So if they face check down here, we'll skill up W, or we'll skill up Q, but otherwise we'll go E. And usually you don't want to use your relics on the first wave, you want to use it on the second wave. That way you can get the push, so you can hit level 2 fast. And I'm just sitting on the outside. I'm waiting for Brand to use a skill before I look to go in at all. And now that the second wave is coming in, we'll just auto attack these minions. Because we have the relic execute, so we can hit 2 faster than them. So we'll Zenith Blade in, and then we'll skill up our Q. And we'll just take his flash for free. And we'll use Biscuit and Pot just to gain my HP back up. They'll hit 2 off of that minion, so I don't want to play like too hard on it. And it's still fine and acceptable for me to jump on the Ezreal. But ideally, we want to always be on this guy. But we actually got level 2 gank, so there's not really any reason for me to use any of my sums here. Just accept that the death is happening. I tried to walk over and have the Rammus finish me off, but no dice on that. It's completely fine, though. What we'll do is we'll just, we'll get a Rejuve bead, and we'll switch into just getting some sustain, so we're less susceptible to poke. And we saved all of our summoners, so the lane is completely still fine. We can just come back into lane and start a fight on them. It's completely okay, so... So I guess my AD carry didn't skill up his Q. Oh yeah, he didn't skill up his Q. That was a pretty big mistake to not have his Q, because we could have just stealthed in and killed somebody there. Normally you want to chase someone and stop their back, but in this case the EXP is too important since we ended up dying to a gank, so I'm just going to chill for right now. And we're not going to use our relic on that. We have all of our summoners left, and their support used all his, so I'm just going to be looking to jump on him. My AD carry shouldn't have pushed this wave, though. That was definitely a mistake. But since he did do the mistake, I'm just going to push the wave with him so it gets into the turret. Because now the wave is kind of stuck here. And we have to push a whole nother wave to make it bounce off. Once we hit 6, it's a lot easier to score kills, but still have some timing window for everybody to jump on them. So it's 7:26 for the Brand flash. Just wanted to put that timing in. And we'll just ward across. Just gonna wait for them to walk back into lane before I look to jump on anybody. And we're just on the Brand right now, so dump the Ignite immediately. And stun him. Unfortunately, my AD carry used his poison incorrectly, and I actually missed out on a kill right there. Well, I mean, he used his poison too early. Needed to auto attack one more time to get the poison off to have the damage to kill him. All good. We ended up getting their heal out, but he's going to have flash. Next time we probably have a timing for this. So I can just jump in and kill him by myself. He's way too low on HP, so I'm not going to step back at all. And I'm just going to start DPSing this guy. Can Zenith Blade on him. Yeah, my champion's really, really tanky, and as long as you're constantly using your biscuits, you'll get a lot of HP back right there. Now, the added benefit of a kill like that is we're now at Moby Boots if I want them. But in this game, it doesn't make any sense to buy Moby Boots. So I'm just going to end up getting Mercury Treads here, because there's a lot of CC on the enemy team. Even though Moby Boots will feel nice for, like, walking around, it's just not worth it. It's just better to get the combat boots, because you're going to mostly be fighting. And so I'm just sharing some info on him, just telling him to get a little bit closer on top of them, because when he's stealthing, he's auto-attacking at max range. So because of that, if they walk away at all, he's never in range to, like, finish them. So I'm just telling him that so that he'll hopefully use that information and play a bit better. And now I'm just going to sit in this brush. It feels like he thinks I'm in this brush, so I'm going to just scoot back. So we'll just hit level 6. And we can just stun him right here. Oh, my teammates stopped following, so I'm not going to keep going. But we could have actually kept going. I could have ultied and then had another stun up, but it's fine. Good stealth. Bad by Ezreal, though, because he didn't use his E fast enough to not get hit by my Zenith Blade. Otherwise, my Zenith Blade will follow him the entire time. But thanks to the Mercury Treads, too, I don't sit in any CC, and the brand damage is pretty negligible. Oops. Haha! I thought he'd keep moving, but he actually stopped moving, so I actually griefed my flash really, really hard. But fortunately, we have the ultimate, so we got him anyway. Just pretend like you didn't see the first part of that play, and be like, yeah, good job, second part. Second part, good job. Alright, so good stealth by my teammate. Now I just want to take a reset again. There's no reason to be in lane. Yeah, good job. Yeah, good job, exactly. Yeah, we don't talk about any mistakes that we make. This is a mistakes-free zone. Since we already opted into the Mercury Treads, I'm just going to get cloth armor, because we're going to be building Gargoyle Stoneplate again, just like to be really, really tanky. So we'll get the armor piece next. And, this eventually just gets sold. We kind of just bought it because we had, like, weird money numbers. And we wanted to have just a little bit of extra regen in the laning phase. So, like, just this item basically was giving us, like, 6 or 7 extra HP per 5, which is very, very good. So I'm just waiting for my ultimate, and then I can go in again. So we'll catch this wave. And then after, oh, he's actually looking. Just go for the minions right now. Once my ult's up, then we can go in. Now, the brand does have flash, so that is one thing to note. But the Ezreal seems to be kind of sluggish when it comes to using his Zenith Blade, or his Blink. So I'm just going to constantly abuse that. We're going to use our ult right here. He didn't flash. So we'll dump the Ignite. Try and stun him. Oh, we'll jump the Ignite since this guy's in. Just pop our potion. And we should be able to at least finish him off. And hopefully we can hit a stun and keep kiting. Wasn't quite able to get out of that, but still not too bad. Ended up getting most of the sums from the enemy bot lane too. And I think he'll probably kill this guy because he has no flash. But I think he actually missed both the shurikens, so maybe not. And the brand does do a lot of damage, and the jungler is showing up here a lot. So we'll just buy like this. We get the full Negatron for the extra MR. And then we'll just snag a pink ward too. Because you don't need the rejuve bead anymore. And since I talked to my Twitch about telling him to stealth up more often, this lane's been going a lot better. So sometimes you just need to communicate what you need your teammate to do with you. And then, you know, you can participate together to winning the lane. Because if I'd actually let him continue playing the lane he was going to do, we were never going to get any kills in this matchup. Okay, we'll sit here for the time being. He's pinged his R button, so I'm definitely not opposed to fighting again. But I'm not seeing any angles right now. This is like hard. This is like too hard of a forest. Their jungler is around here, but I think he's going to run to mid. So we'll start walking up. And we'll look for the brand. And easy kill once again. I need to walk over here just in case the Ezreal tries to shoot anything. And just trying to give him space. So we'll pop our potion immediately. We'll use the Zenith Blade. And I'm just creating space for him so that he can keep auto-attacking as best he can. Now, unfortunately, there is another person here, so there's not really too much I can do in this regard. But we did end up getting the dragon, so that's completely okay. And after that, we can upgrade our chain vest. We're getting really, really tanky in this lane, so we're still doing fine. Despite basically playing lane 3v2. Still scoring kills, making sure we're getting gold. So, lane's going okay. When do you build Gargoyle? When do you build Zeke's and Knight's Vow? Don't build Zeke's and Knight's Vow anymore. They're bad. Just build Gargoyle Stoneplate and then build like really greedy tank items in general. On Leona. She's just like, she literally is a pure tank and she does really well when she has more armor and MR stats. So you should just build her like a tank. If you need armor, after Gargoyle Stoneplate, get a Sunfire Cape. If you need magic resist, build a Spirit Visage. She just does super well with all the numbers, and all the support items right now feel kind of weak. Plus, if you're really tanky, you can actually just end up, like, just chain killing your lane. Yeah, Righteous Glory is also not a bad substitute, too, if you're the only engage and you feel like you need a little bit extra help. That's also acceptable. So I'm just trying to ward out a little bit so I can see if the Rammus comes down here. So we'll just scoot back here. And I'm just shifting over to make sure that if they shoot any Mystic shots or anything like that, I'm there to block it. He can just last hit right now. He doesn't need to play for stealth every time. I want to make sure that my AD carry is still farming. It's very, very important to me. So if he's not farming, then even if he's getting kills and he's dying, then he'll be in deep shit as the game goes on. I feel like Zeke's and Knight's Vow are pretty OP. So I'm just going to dump the Ignite on him. That should pretty much guarantee that kill. Then we use the ult on the next guy. And we actually get his flash. He actually ended up using Ignite, and the heal got used. And he can just get the cannon. Whenever you don't have relic stacks, by the way, make a good habit of just walking really far away from the minion. That way your AD carry kind of understands that you're not going to have a stack for it. It's a good habit to develop in general. And since the plating is down, it's pretty easy for us to take this turret now. Especially since they won the fight mid also. This next wave's a little greedy for sure, so I'm going to use my W right here just to push it as fast as possible. Just wanted to get it into the turret without anyone showing up and causing problems. And then we'll just finish the full gargoyle right there. And we're already really, really tanky in this game. We're looking pretty good. The majority of their damage is magic. So I might get a Spectre's Cowl next. I'll make you a cake and deliver it to you via mail. I'm good, thank you though. I've never been that big of a cake fan. And my sister actually was nice enough to make me a cake anyway. She made me a lemon cake. This guy doesn't do any damage to me, so I'm not like too worried about him jumping on me. And he got hit actually by a tag. So I'm just going to scoot back right now. Just use my Zenith Blade, ulti, and we're just going to scoot away so that it's way harder for them to kill me. And we'll just keep going after that. I don't want to go too hard on this guy, so I'm kind of just like saving my spells. And I don't want him to catch that guy, so I'm going to flash and stun him. Because he was kind of... It looked like he was clearing a little bit of distance on him. Plus, this bought all the time and space for our Mundo to kill their backline, which is a good job by him. And we should just be able to pressure this turret and take it down now. Just make sure we're moving at the start. And I'm just going to stun him. And I'm just going to sit here and tank the turret until I can't tank it anymore. So that last turret shot would probably kill me, so I just step back. Just giving the option for my teammates to dive that guy if they really wanted to. Now, I'm incredibly low on HP, but we're winning this game kind of hard, so I'm just going to stay on the map and sweep through all of this in case they do try to come over for this dragon, because getting this dragon unlocks the win condition of the dragon soul. It doesn't seem like anyone's moving, basically, based on all of the vision we have, so I'm not going to bother staying here anymore, and we'll just finish the reset. Since most of their damage is magic damage, probably just looking at not a Spirit Visage in this game, but probably an adaptive. The brand damage and all the passives, plus like Diana auto attacks and multiple jumps and stuff, and the Rammus tick. The adaptive is actually significantly better. Even though its build's a little less comfortable, its stats on it are still really good, and I'm just gonna get that item instead. Very tanky right now. I have my Twitch following me, so just want to make sure that I keep everyone away from him. Oh, he's like in, so I'm just gonna use my ulti on that. Cool. So I need to just walk at him and then stun him immediately. Dump the ignite. Use the gargoyle, so I'm tanky. We're gonna Zenith Blade in, and then make sure that I'm taking refuge behind my teammate again, so that mystic shots don't hit me. Since we have all this pressure too, and the top side is just easy for me to access, I'm just dump the vision in the top side. And this is why I like opted into the combat boots over getting something like Moby boots in this game. Just makes you significantly tankier and way harder to crowd control. I like the stats on both of the boots too, Mercury Treads and Ninja Tabbies on champions like Leona, so I suggest like in general, it's actually just way better to go the combat boots than Mobies. The only time I suggest going Mobies instead is if you think that you have to run around the map in order to win the game. And, like, there's good setup on a lane. Like, maybe mid sets you up really, really well, like it's a LeBlanc or something. But in general, I found that not having Moby boots has felt way better on my champion in general. I just feel like my champion is way more durable. He's harder to kill in all of the team fights. Boots are actually, like, pretty overpowered in this game. The Merc Treads and the Ninja Tabby. The Zed is good at missing it. Yeah, he's missing his shurikens when he ultis onto them. It's kind of funny. Worst case scenario, we're just chilling until the dragon spawns. I'm the same level as their mid laner because I've just participated in so many kills, so we're in good shape in this game for sure. And I'm just playing aggressive the entire time, just until like they decide to show up. I just want to use ult on that, and then stun him immediately afterwards. My teammate shouldn't have walked up that far, though. So I'm just going to keep kiting backwards right now. Let's check out this fight. Looks like he's winning that fight, so I can start moving to this. That guy should be dead. I don't really have a great way to catch up on anyone else, though, so we'll just kind of chill for the time being. Let other people start the dive. He's hit it, so I'm going to go in on that. Just make sure we're stunning him. And I'm just trying to walk up so that the Cho'Gath doesn't devour him. When you take Glory second over an armor item, If I feel like maybe a more even game where I'm the only engaged and it's important, and the only way the game happens is if I engage. If the game can happen without me engaging, then I don't worry about it as much. Like this game, I don't feel like I need it because they have a lot of go-in champions also, and I have other people who can run in for me, so I don't need glory. Plus, I'm like really, really far ahead, so I'd rather just be super tanky. So I'm putting a higher premium on just being really durable over starting fights. Yeah, this isn't beer. Sorry, it's Coca-Cola. And we're gonna get the adaptive helmet. Get ourselves on another no magic mantle. I don't build this item nearly as frequently. 1150 is what I need. Okay. You can play on your main after this? No, not playing on my main today. I sat in a 10-minute queue and then the game got remade. So there's no point in playing on my account right now. People aren't playing tonight. It's a waste of my time. Alright, me and Mundo are so tanky that I'm totally fine just playing really, really aggressive here. I'm just letting him poke. Right now, I'm letting him poke and waiting for more people to show up. As more people show up, then see how they like go through this choke right here? Then I can go in and just create a lot of space. So we're gonna gargoyle stone plate immediately and die because we got eaten. I didn't quite hit the stun that I needed to, so I messed that fight up a little bit. I needed a gargoyle. Wait, I'd never gargoyled, actually. Maybe I got knocked up or something. Felt like I was spamming it the whole time. I probably ended up getting knocked up or silenced. One thing that I could have done is proc it before I went in, but that wouldn't have given me the bonuses. But it's okay, because we ended up actually creating enough space so we can get the dragon anyway. So it's not the end of the world. I could have also just ultied and not gotten in all the way. That would have also been an acceptable way to play that. But we're getting the dragon. That's mostly what matters in this scenario. Having the dragon soul. Plus a lot of them are actually just dying to a blue buff. So that's also good. Now my Twitch has a lot of opportunities to maybe set up a kill. He should just go for that guy. But he also needs to move as he's auto-attacking so that he can dodge the mystic shots. But it's not the end of the world. So I'll just start walking back over to this. Because we have waves pushing in the mid lane right now. So there's not too much else to do. And apparently my Mundo has already reached invincible mode. So he's just like tanking the turret the whole time. And we'll just go on this guy. Make sure I put the ignite and just finish him under the turret. Just get my demolish proc off. I'm not really that interested in tanking the turret, but it's okay right now since we have enough damage. We'll just pop the stone plate and walk out after that. It doesn't seem like my Mundo's health goes down right now, so we'll just ward into the base and start scooting back. I just want to keep track of them and see what they're doing most of the time. Probably in our best effort to best bet to just reset now. I have my adaptive, so I should be really, really tanky now. I feel like he's actually just out. Yeah, he is. Next we'll probably look at like a Sunfire Cape or something like that. Just to bump damage and get some armor now. Because we don't actually have that much armor in this game. 132 is actually pretty light. That's all from basically Gargoyle. Bottom inhibitor is exposed too, so it's quite easy for us to just constantly force fights over these two bottom sides. How long did it take to level this account? Like 2 months. Can just go in on this guy. I got taunted, so it's a little bit harder, but I'm trying to lock down that guy as much as possible. You get the second inhib right here too. I'm just super, super tanky now. Basically, really, really hard to deal with. My Mundo is impossible to deal with, for sure. He's literally just tanking their whole team. So we can just walk it in now. I don't want to play too hard under the turret since I have no ult. So I'm just hitting whatever I can. I'm not going to overreach too hard. But it seems like everyone else is, so I'm totally down to just go in. Let's make sure we pop the stone plate. We'll be in good shape. And then we'll Zenith Blade Flash. And end the game. Pog. Probably. I mean, I just feel like when I play in like Diamond games, everyone is just so sure of themselves that they're doing everything correctly when they're actually just griefing. For sure, they're griefing. So, I mean, to accept that like you're messing up and look to improve is always something that I tell basically anyone who's trying to climb at any elo bracket. It's not really limited to any specific one. So this guy actually went Comet. So he's like okay at poking, but I'm just gonna dump Ignite. My AD carry should have kept trading on that. That was super boosted by him. The second I hit the Zenith Blade, he actually stepped back. That's okay though. Still got some decent damage on him. Now that I have 2 relics too, it doesn't matter if he hits me. Just gonna hit the minions. Since I didn't have Zenith Blade yet, I just flash queued. Unfortunately, my AD carry missed everything. So those were all used, which is okay. We have decent pressure in the lane now. And we have the push in level 2. Kind of want to try to hit 3 before I go in again, but we'll see. I'm basically playing everything on the edge right now. I can't get that cannon, so it's fine if he just gets it. Once we hit level 3, we can actually just start going on the enemy AD carry, and I will do more than enough damage to basically punch through anything. So we're okay for right now. Just chilling. It's fine that the AD carry has flash. He doesn't have heal or anything like that. So we'll just scoot back. They think the jungler might be on the bottom side, so I'll just chill for the time being. Once we hit 3, you do a lot more damage, you take basically no damage. So, for the most part, like early laning phase is just to keep yourself afloat until you hit the fabled level 3. Then, once you're level 3, you're in really, really good shape. And I don't want to walk over to whatever the heck's going on through the river, because I just want to make sure that I catch this wave. This wave is just too important. How much do you use Hextech Flash? The games vary, for sure. So make sure that I'm soaking this EXP. And I don't want to use my relic anymore because the cannon wave is here. And we're just going to retake a brush. Just make it really, really uncomfortable for them to walk up. Wow, I can't believe I didn't get the stun off there. That was pretty lucky by him, in my opinion. All good, though. We have the push now, and I can take this brush since there's no ward in here, because he used the ward on the other brush. But I did just use my W, so I'll chill for the time being. Just hit 4. Okay, now my W is back up, so I can play aggressive again. So we'll look for a jump right here. He ended up backing off, so it's not the end of the world. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ward both of these brushes and see how they position once we get this next wave in. I actually wasn't paying attention to the wave. So I'm just making sure that I'm up here so that my AD carry can comfortably push this wave. Gotta make sure that you're, as the melee champion, just up with your teammate. That way he can actually push the wave in so he can reset. Alright. So this next wave should start pushing in. And I have brush wards in both of these, so I can use my Hextech Flash however I see fit. Oh, jungler's down here, so I'm just gonna scoot back now. Now we'll just stun this guy and keep kiting backwards. I have Aftershock and the W on, so I should be quite hard to kill, even if I end up losing a lot of my HP. It's just important that I peel him off. And I have a biscuit, so I can catch this wave pretty easily. As you can see, this wave's getting pushed in all of the way, so I just want to make sure I get the EXP. Lane phase isn't going, like, super great for us, but it's not bad either. Basically just trading farm. Once we hit level 6, we'll be in good shape. Kai'Sa's kind of like a poopy champion until then, especially for something like Leona, who needs someone who can, like, clear distance. So we'll just activate the W here. Catch most of that. We'll just take a reset now. When, as you support, I mean when there's a huge wave pushing in and there's no reason for you to reset because you can catch the wave. Let's do a cloth armor, refill, and we'll do 2 pinks here. We're gonna get Gargoyle eventually, so cloth is never terrible. And he's doing mostly physical damage too, so we're fine. Kai'Sa has E? Nah. For the most part, this lane will come in at 6. It's really weak until then. Just because Kai'Sa just has, like, really poor follow-up. As you could see, like, from the level 1 and the level 2, even though we had, like, really good setup, it just didn't really matter that much. Okay, can flash on him, dump the ignite. Cool. I'm constantly trading my sums, by the way, with them so that they're low on HP and so that they can't leverage their sums to win. So even though the Janna's like tornadoing me and stopping me, I'm just constantly trading my sums so that they play way less aggressive against us. Especially since I have Hextech Flash, I can always leverage that into looking for another kill. Okay, he messed that one up. So should be able to... Oh. Never mind. I guess I didn't use heal. I thought he used heal back there. That's super bad by me then. I pinged a summoner that actually wasn't down. So that was actually mostly my fault, because I pinged a summoner that was actually not down. So I'm going to pretend like I reset, and I'm just going to sit right here. And if he overreaches, I can actually solo him. This Galio is randomly walking down to bottom, so I'm not going to have anything with it. I'm just going to scoot away. Because their jungler could be coming down too. So their AD carry is resetting, so what I'm going to do is just grab this wave. And activate W, so... Can go on him. Oh, missed it though. So we'll just use the ult and kite backwards then. Because I ended up missing my Zenith Blade. That was super bad by me. I thought he would move a different way. Rest in peace, my Kai'Sa. Okay, well, that's a really bad scenario for sure, because the wave is actually pushing towards us. And they can kind of do whatever they want. So my AD carry is going to be a bit EXP starved now. But that was mostly my fault for just missing the Zenith Blade. Oh no, my summoner disconnected. For this team, you can make arguments for Ninja Tabby or Mercury Treads, and they both wouldn't be terrible. So I'm just warding here to make sure that I don't get dove. I don't want, like, the Shaco showing up randomly and killing me. So we'll just soak this EXP and call it a day. Since their AD carry is going to reset, I'm going to just push this wave really, really hard with him. Because I want to make sure that I get the relics. Because you want to be cycling your quest as best you can. A lot of extra gold. The enemy team has a lot of CC, so we'll just opt into the Mercury Treads relatively early and buy another pink right here. Now that we've hit the level 6, by the way, we have a lot more lockdown. So even if, for example, the Janna Tornadoes are Zenith Blade, we can still use the ulti at range to CC them and then use the other combo afterwards. So he used his tornado, so I'm just going to go in on this guy. And I'll just ping on my way. Can't quite make the distance, so he's just gone. Since he used the tornado on the minion wave, it's just an easy go in. Plus, now that we are 6, we can just constantly jump on people over and over again. I was trying to dump as much damage into this turret as possible, because this does true damage. This turret becomes quite tanky. That's pretty good for us, though. Ended up snagging a kill. See, the lane starts coming online about level 6 when you can just use your ulti, and then the Kai'Sa can follow it up. But until then, it kind of is a crummy lane, for sure. I'll ping on my way so he knows to stay. And we'll just use our W to clean out this wave, too. Since we had a good fight, I also want to dump some wards down as this is going on. I don't know what this Janna's doing here, but she's here. No one actually went to bottom to catch that wave, which is kind of confusing. Can go in on this guy. Make sure I dump the ignite because I knew he was going to get healed again. Pop the potion. He needs to hit the right guy. He just didn't hit the right guy. Did a bunch of damage to the Janna. All that missing health on Janna, that's a no-no. If he'd hit the 80 carry the entire time, that would have been a pretty easy kill. All good. Let's keep working on Gargoyle. So we'll just pick up the armor and magic resist. We're already getting really, really tanky. And since their 80 carry ended up going Comet, he's actually pretty weak at dealing like front to back damage because he doesn't have something like Lethal Tempo. I should be pretty tanky under the turret, so I'm not like that worried about them going on me. And I just want them to get off the turret and not be able to get plates. Already have an insane amount of durability. So let's just push out this wave. That way, the wave is pushing in so we can get wards on the bottom side because the dragon's the next objective that's spawning up. I can definitely go a little bit deeper right now. I'm reasonably tanky and I have people shifting to the bottom side, so I'm not like too worried about it. I don't know what my Kai'Sa's doing, but he's not walking down to me yet. So just need to be mindful of that. 25 seconds on the dragon, so we'll catch this wave and then probably one more wave, and then we should be in good shape to get the dragon. So once again, we'll activate the W. I'm just helping push this wave in because my spells are pretty short cooldown. Not too worried about it. Now we can just go to the dragon now. Just play for the dragon. So he can shield somebody, so I'm just going to stand on the other side and see if people walk over this way, through this corridor. This is going to get stolen 100%. That's a little bit unfortunate. It looks like our Darius is forcing a fight, though, so I want to walk to him. Nice, good dunk. Now we can just go in on this. Look for a stun on anybody. They ended up pushing me away, so we'll just throw a stun on him. Slowly start kiting backwards. I don't have great ways to start fights. Okay, just trying to get into the back line now. Dump the ignite immediately. Want to activate the Q so you get stunned. Should have more than enough damage. We can Zenith Blade on him so that that tornado hits. Damn, not quite enough. because I actually ended up ooming myself using the Zenith Blade. But still not a terrible fight. Kind of tragic we lost the dragon, though. Oh, and my jungler ended up running in and killing himself. Alright, let's keep working towards the gargoyle. Since there's no neutral objective that's too big, don't value the pink ward anymore. So we'll just swap it out and keep all the combat power that we need for the laning phase, or for the team fights. Don't you like to use Thresh? Yeah, I mean, I've been playing some Thresh. Had a Thresh game a couple games ago. Probably play another one soon. Only objective now is the Rift Herald, so once we clear this wave, and maybe take the turret since it doesn't look like anyone's showing up to this for some reason. We can just get vision in the top side, so boom, push in there, get that ward. And we'll just shift into the top side. And we have the option to potentially dive, so I'm going to start moving to that. So I'm going to walk to this because I know that they're going to walk to this. Make sure we use our ulti immediately. And I'm just CCing whoever I can. Stun him again. Nice. I was trying to create space for my teammate to move the entire time. I don't really care about the boxes at all. And I can just walk away from pretty much anything right now. The Gallia doesn't do any damage to me. I'm the same level as their mid laner, so we're in fine shape. I'm trying not to go too hard right now, because they can deflect me. And we don't have like a lot of follow-up damage, so we'll stopwatch right here. Then we'll activate the W. Go on this guy. And we can just flash out after that. I don't have any more health, so I'm just kind of backwards right now. I'm very useless. Very useless, so just let who's gonna die, die. And then we walk over here so we can block the volley so the volley doesn't finish him, making sure that we activate the W at the same time. Unfortunately, I didn't have ult there, so it's a little bit harder to play that fight for sure. And then we'll just get this. We already have magic resist, so I don't need to worry too much about that. So what we'll probably end up doing right here is we'll probably just build a Sunfire Cape. It'll give us a bit more damage in the front to back, and it'll cover most of the armor that we need in this game. Since they still have 3 damage dealers, it's armor, the physical, and they're the strongest players. Just getting the Sunfire Cape will be really, really good. And we can just go in on this. Make sure I activate the ult. I don't really have any other way to make it to that, though. I think he's just gone. Yeah, it was a little bit of an ambitious flash. So we need to start playing for these dragons, since the air dragon's coming up. So we'll just step in. Push them out. And I was just looking for picks. Because I got stolen last time, so it's pretty bad to do the Baron Dragon the way it is. We'll definitely get somebody. I'm not too worried about like not catching somebody. So he activated this thing like pretty early. Just gonna dump the ignite immediately, so we just score that kill. And I want to be on the Janna. The Janna is like very obnoxious and tilting me, so I want to kill her because she's talking shit, you know what I mean? And talk shit, get hit, basically. We can go in on this guy now. Just make sure we activate the stun afterwards. So we leverage the fact that we have like huge vision advantage to get the neutral objectives now, right? So we should play for the dragon. I think that person's just gone. It's definitely a waste of time to chase her, no matter what. Like, even if you can kill her. And since our jungler just DC'd, we won't go for the Baron. It's fine. Doesn't even matter. Still a really big fight for us. And, oh, I guess we just forced an FF after that, which is pretty good for us. Especially since our jungler was desane. So, in situations like that, that's how you kind of set up vision and actually just make picks. Like, that was basically a pure win off of being to the objective first and having established vision. Trinity Sterix. Very easy build. Definitely don't want to get cheese in the brush, so we'll walk down and around. Our lane is not great level 1. It's really okay-ish level 2, and then once you hit level 3, like, you can just chain go in over and over again in this matchup. It's very, very easy for you to pressure. Probably just gonna go Q and then take the brush. That way, when the Nami tries to ward the brush, then I can just clear the ward. And you see how, like, I'm just walking in and out of the brush? To create pressure. You want to use the fact that you're melee sometimes to, like, your advantage. So we have the push right now. And they're already giving ground, so I don't need to step back and use my relic. Can actually just go on the support here. So auto Q, auto. That's fine. Not a terrible trade. Just pushing back right there. It doesn't matter if he procs that. Just to get a little light pressure in the lane. It's not the end of the world. Already forced a health potion out of the support. And that's how you can get pressure in a lane, even if you're the melee versus the range. Kind of just step in and out of the brush over and over again. Maybe go for the support here. And I'm going to dump the ignite immediately. And my AD carry should have kept pushing forward on that trade. That was very bad by him. Because she used heal immediately. And we'll pop a biscuit and a health potion and just start getting ourselves topped off. And then make sure we soak the EXP for that minion. And then we just dump a ward over here. So we can see if the Echo maybe tries to come down here. Zombie flash. I know, I pinged it. My voice? My voice should be fine. I can't quite get to that. I'm gonna turn around and actually just go on the AD right here. I need my AD carry to hit him. Okay, so my AD carry is basically just like hard griefing me because he's not walking up to hit it all, and he's actually running away from people, and he thinks he's a spellcaster or something. So that is something to note, not playing with someone who's like super comfortable. But we ended up getting the ignite, and I think Vayne flashed, so we'll just mark all of those. Alright, we'll just catch this wave off the turret and just kind of chill for the time being. Hope for a jungle gank, or just wait till 6. That's also another option if nothing else presents itself. Sometimes you just play with someone who's not like quite comfortable with actually playing aggressive. So we just have to try to make the best we can of adjusting to it. That means there's a ward in this brush. Just always want to be in the brush. And our Ignite's coming back up, and it'll be up before anyone has any heals or flashes, so just want to look for another jump in on that. The 2% CDR, it comes from the CDR rune. The scaling CDR rune, because you don't build a lot of CDR on this champion right now. So I like the CDR rune. Since you don't need attack speed on this champion like you do like on Thresh and Alistar. Alright, seems like my AD carry is resetting again. I'll just cover and reset with him. I can get a cloth arm right here. We'll eventually build towards probably a ninja tabby on that. And the wave's switching back to us right now, so I'll just ping like assist me. Jarvan can hopefully come down here. Neither have flash. Heals down for a little too. Just make sure we communicate what's going on in this lane. Seems like he's going to do his race before anything happens, so kind of just have to chill as the wave pushes to us. Their mid laner's running onto us. He'll most likely just go back to mid and cover the wave, though. Not too worried about him running down and interrupting. I guess my jungler is concerned about getting killed at his red, so I'm just going to run straight to this. Ooh, wasn't quite able to hit him. Okay, I need to flash over. Dump Ignite on him. Hopefully we can score a kill here. He needs to activate his boots. So we have a person coming over here. Ooh, wasn't able to hit the knockup. Ooh, he just tried to extend it by flashing, but no dice on that. I'd actually just go on him. Oh, had a bad read on it. So we'll just step back right now for the time being. We're really, really far behind in EXP now. So I just want to catch the wave under the turret. Seems like he wants to play up. So I'm just going to go for this guy. Oh, wasn't quite able to get it since I got bubbled. But since he went into the alcove, it's going to be really easy to just jump on him. So we'll just auto combo him. Nice. And we got the 80 carry too, so it's a lot of EXP. Also, thank you for the host, appreciate it. And Lord Shuggles, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Really appreciate the support, and welcome back to low elo. So I'm just gonna leave this plate fully to him, because we can already get our Ninja Tabby, and we'll just get 1 health pot. Now we're down most of our summoners, and I wasn't particularly paying attention to whether or not the Vayne used anything. Seems like he used heal, but he'll have ulti, or he'll have flash when it comes back up. Yeah, he definitely shouldn't have gotten to the alcove, the support, because that ended up just pretty much guaranteeing that he's dead. Now, this wave pushed into the turret, and my AD carry has no mana, so she's going to take a reset. So I'm just going to walk mid and see if I can't get anything done right now. I'm only going to stay for a couple of seconds, though. So he actually blinked. He actually, like, ran far away from me. I wasn't able to hit him right there, which was really bad by my part. Thought he would move a little bit differently than he did. But we were there at least to make sure that he doesn't end up dying. And we'll just swing back down to bottom now. Not much more for us to do on the map. So I'm just going to try and sneak through here so that the Vayne doesn't jump on me in between the turrets. Once we hit 6, if we ever Zenith Blade in on anybody, that should pretty much be all of their summoners or their health bar. Because we can just combo with our ulti now and just CC people. Did I miss the op.gg? Oh, I haven't done it yet, sorry. Well, their jungler's down here because the Cloud Dragon got it. And I don't really want to walk up to try and go for this right now because it's really easy for their jungler to gank us. Yeah, it looks like when they're walking forward, yeah, this is a jungle gank for sure. So just kind of want to chill right now. If they're walking past and soaking the whole minion wave, then it's really easy for them to jump on us and kill us. Okay, well, I can sneak into this brush real quick. And we can just blow up anyone that walks up. Their Vayne's not close enough. Try and ulti him on his dash. Use my ignite. Try and stun him. Got the E. Okay, well, at least I was able to trade. It's not the end of the world. Plus, the wave is actually pushing towards us now. So those are all positives that we got out of that. So we'll just take another reset here. Keep working towards our stone plate right now. Wave's pushing towards us, so at least my AD carry can pick up the whole minion wave and get all that juicy solo EXP. So that should help his stats a little bit. he wasn't alt-tabbing in between playing the game, he would actually gotten the cannon. So now that the AD carry has no flash, it's just way easier for me to jump on him. And he won't be able to get away from me. So we see 2 top. Got 20 on my ult. Once I have ulti up again, it'll be really, really easy for me to just pile on him. Because then we can stun and then ulti afterwards to CC him. Okay, we got 7 on my ult. So I'm going to pretend to step back. And then we can just go on the AD carry anytime we want. My AD carry is too far back, so kind of have to chill. Then we can ulti on that. Actually, they do too much damage to me. So I'll just start scooting back. I wasn't able to stun him on time. Okay, we can Zenith Blade on that and hopefully stun afterwards. Good. He actually tumbled a different way. Got kind of saved by our jungler coming down. Yeah, my MF really doesn't do basically any damage at all and is not auto-attacking, so we're going to be missing a lot of juice. Maybe we have to do this wave now. Want to get it into the turret. Can't have that HP on the minion wave pushing back towards us. I'll just walk away now. I feel like this guy's just chasing me, so I'm just going to get to the turret before I take my full reset. Where do you rank the support position in terms of able to carry or influence the game? The role is just like a force multiplier. So if your team is really, really good, then and you're playing well, then you'll set them up for success. So like here, like this is a great game, right? Like I don't have an AD carry who's attached his auto attack to his keyboard for sure. Like we've seen multiple all-ins already where he basically just straight up isn't auto attacking and he's running a straight line away from people. So in a situation like that, you kind of just have to learn how to play off of other people doing well. Your champions are pretty good for sure, but their strength of success is tied like pretty hard to how your teammates follow up or play. So the skill expression I guess you would have for this role is to learn how to try to get the best out of your teammates, even if they're kind of bad. That's not a great wave, but I want to clear this pink, and he has no mana to push it in. So I definitely want to at least establish vision around the river so we can kind of see what's going on. Can ulti on that and stun afterwards. Dump ignite. Don't look like we quite have the damage for it. Wow, it's crazy. Our damage is so low. Oh my lord. Cinder Hulk into Zonia's? What is this? That is not very good. That is not a bot. That is not a build. Well, I guess that answers why we didn't do any damage when that guy got EQ'd. I'm not going to prioritize pinks right now, and we're just going to sell it and wait for the chain vest so I can be a bit tankier in all ends. My Yasuo is doing really well, though, so probably just want to try to play off of him in the mid game. That's going to be my win condition for sure. I really thought we'd kill her way faster than that, though. That was just kind of, like, sad to watch. Actually, you know what's sad to watch is watching my Jarvan auto-attack people with that build. It's not worth helping him. Just try to walk up and try to keep him out. I got creep blocked. That sucks. Alright, let's just dump wards down here. This turret is basically gone. Just play through Yasuo now. If I want any chance of winning a fight, it's definitely with Yasuo. So I'm just waiting for him to tumble. Then we can dash in on him. I shouldn't have to use ult here, because my Q is going to come up in a second. So this is kind of the point of the game where, even though you've had, like, not useful teammates, you can still get value out of them by just having the wherewithal to pay attention to who is strong and just try to play off of them, play through them. So, like, in this game, it's just try to set up my Yasuo for success as much as possible. I don't think anyone stays here for this turret that's gonna die. So we'll dump in our recall. I'm gonna cancel it since the turret didn't die quite fast enough. And I don't see anyone on the map. So I'm just seeing if someone shows up and tries to fight them for the wave. Alright. So kind of like last game, we're in a scenario where they got the first 2 dragons, but I think we're definitely strong enough to, like, fight over the next couple of dragons with Yasuo, especially if we hit an EQ on somebody. It's a little bit sad that my Jarvan's basically going to be useless with this build, but that's just kind of how it is. So I want to get a ward down mid, and since my Yasuo is pinging that way, I'll just ping on my way too. Just as they know that I'm coming in here so that we can contest whatever neutral objective we need to. And since he started that, I want to make sure that there's just wards around it. So we'll ward over the wall. Kind of try to keep track of everybody, see if anyone's coming. My damage and tankiness aren't needed for this scenario, so I'm just standing in the brush. In case anyone comes, but he actually came from the other direction, so I had to kind of give up my positioning. Alright, so we're looking for the EQ. Try to see if he tumbles into it. So I just need to keep this Vayne out. Dump Ignite on him. Use the CC on him. Nice, he was able to pick up a triple kill. So in a scenario like that, I just want to run at the Vayne and just, like, keep the Vayne out. Because I have stopwatch and stuff to leverage it. So it's just very, very important that I'm buying space for my Yasuo to deal damage and carry the fight. So there's a minute till dragon, so it's just way better. Just take your reset now. So against this team, they actually have an insane amount of healing. And I pretty much just want armor, honestly. Like, the Vayne and the Nasus are my biggest concern. The Katarina's pretty meh, and we've already gotten 40 armor and MR. So I'm probably looking at something like a Randuin's or a Sunfire Cape, just to make me really, really durable and have some HP attached to it. I could also opt into a Frozen Heart as, like, a third item. That's not bad either. I could go Glacial right now, build a health item, and then go Frozen Heart after that. That's also on the table. Just, like, round out my CDR. I can put ult through here. As long as we're killing the Vayne, it's fine. Because the Vayne is really, really strong in all these team fights. But they ended up all showing up for that fight. I probably should have actually waited the 3 seconds before my ult was up. And then use it after that. That was definitely a mistake by me. We can drop this. Get another cloth armor here. Just trying to be as durable as possible. I'll probably just buy this Warden's Mail and just kind of sit on it for a really long time. Not worry about it too much. Okay, so how that should have played out is MF just needed to finish the dragon. I don't know why she got off it, but it was really not good of her to do so. So I need to walk over to my Darius now. And I just need to go in on this. Just create as much space as I possibly can for my teammates. And we just need to keep chasing. So after that, we just do Baron now. Their Dillner is dead. Come, Baron now. So their jungler is dead, so it should be like a pretty easy Baron for us. The Warden's Mill is actually pretty good because when you get auto-attacked, it reduces people's attack speed. And it actually makes them miss a lot more damage than you think because they're not used to the attack speed that they're at when they get reduced. So I'm getting the Warden's Mail and I'm just sitting on it, and I'll go back to it later for like Frozen Heart and stuff. And next I'll probably end up just building a health item. Probably Dead Man's Plate is actually what I'm thinking of. Since I didn't get Moby Boots, getting like the extra movement speed would be really, really helpful. Oh, bad. I actually just totally missed that. I just have to keep walking at him. Dump Ignite. Try to be as tanky as possible. It was bad that I missed my E and my ulti. But it also is kind of hard to hit a Vayne that's just tumbling around and stealthing. So it's just kind of how it is. The good news is even though we didn't get much value out of our Baron, the enemy team can't get Baron now. So that's why you also take Baron. Half of it is literally just so that your opponents can't get it. So that's the secret tech, you know what I mean? They can't get it if it's gone already. So yeah, I'm probably looking at Dead Man's Plate. That's probably what I'm looking at for like my health item, just so I have a bit more HP. Since I already have like a pretty good amount of armor and MR, just getting some health is really, really important, especially when you do things like the Gargoyle Stone Plate build. Since it obviously, you know, the first item is just pure armor and MR. It doesn't give you any HP. I'm not opposed to doing this. So I'll just go from a different angle. So that he has to go somewhere, like, into my teammate. And we'll stun him up. Nice. I put the ward in the brush just like in case something stupid happens. Just to make sure we always have vision of it. So I can start walking into this. This looks like a really terrible fight though. For the time being. Maybe I can get something going over the wall. No. So what I'll do is I can just Hextech Flash over here. Just make sure we're on this side of the map. The Vayne is standing over here, so it's like, it's not that great of a fight. Okay, I slowed him down. Activate the stopwatch. Hit him with a stun. Fortunately, we're not getting any resets, and we're also not focusing the same target. My whole team should have just piled onto the Vayne that I CC'd, but then they got distracted. Yasuo's hitting that, so just got to reset after that. Because they're going to be able to get probably a turret or two. It's not the end of the world fight just because there's no dragon up. So as long as there's no dragon up, we're okay for the time being. And I really want to upgrade the Ruby Crystal to a Giant's Belt. So we'll just sit on the pink and just run back to mid. No, Bard on your support list? Is there an update? No. I'm not working on those right now. I'm not working on the infographics. So, can't have a fight around anywhere but the dragon right now. And if we don't get the dragon, then we'll be in a deep doo-doo. So I'm just going to run through and clear everything out. Make sure we've established some vision. I like where he's standing. Can stun him up. Cool, score a kill. Should be really easy for us to get the dragon now. Cleared. Just do the dragon. I don't want to force a fight until the dragon is secured. Because if I force a fight, my team will just get super distracted and start walking towards the fight, and they won't do the dragon. And then we're in deep shit anyway. I want to actively avoid trying to bait bad fights. So my whole team is pinging on the way, but I'm not too crazy about this scenario, just because, like, the only option is to dive, and that's just, like, kind of bad in general. So I'm just going to be looking for the Vayne. I mean, the Vayne is just super strong, so it's super important that I kill the Vayne. But I also need to make sure that I only go in when my teammates can follow me. So I'm kind of like, as you can see, like posturing back and forth, seeing if they're going to give me anything. And I got on top of him. Should be able to... Oh, we weren't able to kill anybody. So I'm just going to CC this guy now. Don't worry about the MF. The MF is useless now, so my goal is to just CC everybody the best I can. I can pink over the wall. And I just want to keep the echo away from my teammate as best I can. I mean, I'm not a miracle worker. So I'll ping assist me a bunch. I'll ping assist me a bunch. But my teammate is really not down about assisting me, which makes me a little sad, honestly. So what you saw me do there is called the Zenith Blade Flash. It's where you press E and then you flash as the animation's going through. It's really, really hard for enemy players to like avoid it. It's basically a guaranteed engage if you're going for the right targets every time. So anytime my flash is up, we're in really good shape. Gotta pay attention, bud. I ping for help. We're almost closed on the dead mans too. That'll be really, really helpful. Having the extra HP just makes us super durable. And then we'll finish off the Frozen Heart, and then our last item will probably be something like a Spirit Visage or an Adaptive Helmet to like get some magic resist in there with the round out the CDR. They're not on it or anything like that, so no need to like really, really rush it. But I do want a ward on this, just in case. So I'm just going to let them do it, and I'm going to stand here and look for a turn. And I'm just going to give us this free kill. Just use the ulti for the free kill, because that guarantees us the Baron if we kill the guy who has Smite, right? So just stun him, and then do it. Perfect. I have no ult right now, so I just rather reset. Why Deadmans? I need a health item that gives armor, because most of their damage is physical damage that's hitting me. And Deadman's Plate's nice, because I didn't go Moby Boots, right? So having the extra movement speed to get engages is really, really valuable. And since I wasn't able to like get a Sunfire Cape or something early and like snowball my damage, this is a good substitute for it, basically. Should you ever be building Redemption on Leona? No, it's a terrible item. You should just be focused on building full tank items. In a lot of cases nowadays, I don't even really bother with building like Zeke's and Knight's Vow, because they're really inefficient items for you. And in a lot of these games, like being tanky is way more important than like the extra shielding or whatever that you get. The extra healing that you get for like Knight's Vow or something. Especially in a game where you're AD carry struggling. So I'm just doing nothing right now. I'm just chilling. Because if I dive too hard, I could throw the game. So I'm just sitting here, and I just CC whoever goes in. And there's a level of like urgency that's in this game for the enemy team because they're losing their base, right? So I don't need to be the one who initiates anything unless I see a good opportunity. Obviously, don't be afraid to take like a good opportunity, but... So I'm going to Zenith Blade in here. And I'm going to stun other people. And as you can see right here, like, I'm creating so much space that it should be really easy for our team to just kite backwards and kill whoever's in front of us. So I'm going to actually go back in and just stun. I'm going to give as much space as I possibly can to my carries. Even if I die there, it doesn't matter. So, like, right there, right? Like, the two people dove in on my team. So I went in to just basically give my life to space out the rest of the carries. And even when you have an AD carry who's feeding, not auto-attacking, you two can still carry games as Leona and Platinum Elo. Just look for the guy you need to play with to carry the game.